right, y'all. So with this message, God is reminding me of a dream that I had. I spoke about it here. If you remember this message, comment down below, okay? So basically, the title of this message is going to be The Ritual failed, or the ritual did not work, okay? You guys are going to see the final title. You already seen it. That's why you're here, okay? So in this dream that God had gave me a while back, it was definitely a ritual ceremony that was about to be done. And I was explaining in my message, because I already posted about this. If I keep talking about it, maybe it'll come up, the title, and I can tell y'all exactly which message it is. But we were in all white, and I knew that it was something crazy going on. We was in this line, like up to these steps, kind of entering into this building. We had on these all white, and I could barely talk. I could barely even move and go up to the steps. And usually that's like God signaling, and I just heard a confirmation on my phone, signaling, for me to pay attention, or this is something that I should not conform or agree to. So we're like going up these steps or whatever. I could barely walk up the next step. It's like I need the people behind me, like push me up to the next steps. I see a couple of family members there or whatever. Some people from my church that I grew up in, okay, Apostolic Christian Church. And I remember going into, after that scene, I remember we were going into this room, and we were like, I was sitting there with my cousin, and we was like making beats, rapping and stuff at the table or whatever. And then I remember getting up and going to like the bathroom stalls, which was like kind of right there behind me. And I was in one stall. What was I doing? But there was like mad other stalls empty. And I was talking about this in my message. I'm trying to get y'all to remember the message. And I remember it was like some family members that came banging on the stall that I was in. And I was confused because there was empty stalls. I'm like, why the hell they bothering me? But they came banging on the stall that I was in to try to use that bathroom. And then I had went into like another stall or whatever like that. And then I had eventually woke up and I don't know if after I used the bathroom, we had went into the room, or if that was before. Y'all have to bear with me. I will have to go into my dream notebook and remember it, or go watch that video. But anywho, basically now that, time has passed and I'm seeing things clearly, we get clarity on situations. God may give us dreams, and, I may be able to translate, dissect, the dream right then and there. But sometimes we get other pieces and stuff like that when time moves on. So now God is telling me that the ritual didn't work. Okay, so someone was in an attempt to place another spell on you, okay, a curse on you. And this curse could have worked in the past, but it didn't work this time, okay? They could have literally done this maybe a couple months ago, a couple years ago, and it worked. And it was basically like a confusion spell, okay? Someone wanted you to be confused about who your divine counterpart is, who you're supposed to be with, okay? Confused about your career, okay? Maybe you're walking in your purpose now. And, well, obviously, if they're trying to do another ritual on you, okay? This was definitely with black magic, right? Because we do rituals every day. Brushing your teeth every day is a motherfucking ritual. If you wake up at 5 a.m. every day, that's a ritual. You get what I'm saying? If you work out every day, that's a ritual. If you have a set out workout plan, that is a ritual. Okay, don't get it confused. Okay, but this is someone that's doing something for evil intent. Okay, to have you confused. Maybe they don't like how you're operating in the 3D, so they're trying to affect you in the 5D so that you can become unmotivated, depressed, lonely. Falling for the wrong people, getting in the wrong traps, okay, dealing with the wrong people, the karmic people, over and over and over again. And that's basically what it was. It was a confusion spell to get you back in a situation for the next couple of years where you are confused and you start another cycle with someone that is karmic, okay? So I need y'all to be very, very careful here, all right, with any contracts that you're coming into a union with, because some of these people could be sent in as a trap, all right? If there is a divine inheritance attached to you finding your soulmate or being with your soulmate, of course, the enemy is going to try to block this or stop this as much as possible. And we all know the enemy could be people in your family, people that is ex-friends of yours, whatever the case may be, okay? It's going to be different for certain people, but for majority of us, it do start with family, okay? God has shown me multiple times with family involved with this ritual. When I had this dream, this was a lot of family and stuff like that involved, so I knew that it was something to do with family and the church that I grew up in, okay? But I wasn't feeling good. I could barely talk. I could barely move. You had people running to go to the bathroom because they was like throwing up and all this like crazy stuff. So it was definitely a bad ritual. Some of the people must have actually, ate the things and moved on with it because they were feeling it inside of the dream. I was just feeling it when I was walking up to the steps to go into the building, which was like the beginning of the dream, which was God was telling me, to just be aware of what I was coming into, because when you're under these, when you're under attack and a lot of people is playing in your energy, sending you spell work, sending you black magic, sending you black magic, sending you black magic, they try to come in and interrupt your dream. So you got to know how to discern what God is trying to tell you and what the enemy is telling you, what the enemy is trying, because God could be trying to show you something in your dream, but the enemy may intercept it with something else or change a person or add something to a person, so that maybe you looking at this person in a 3D differently or in a good way or even a bad way. Maybe you're looking at the wrong person in a good way, right? They'll change things up in your dreams, especially if you're under attack like this. So this was one of those dreams where as soon as I wasn't able to walk up the steps and I was literally needing the person behind me to push me up to the next step, it wasn't that I was throwing up. I didn't eat anything. It was just me getting into the building, walking into the building and seeing like cousins and family, people from the church around me, and I'm not able to walk, just me, So that was already God signaling to me, pay attention to this dream, pay attention to what's going on, because this is something you're going to have to speak about. This is something that you need to watch out. Don't be sipping things. Don't be eating things. Pay attention to what they're giving you, stuff like that. So, some people I did see that they were affected by whatever it was. Okay. But I did, thank you, Jesus, that I did wake up. So, the ritual never went through. Okay. It never completed. God always wake me up on the right time. All right. And, they probably mad actually on the side, like, damn, if she wouldn't have woke up, then, whatever they thinking over there. But be careful because the enemy is trying to, make you think that somebody is your soulmate, right? And this may be your soulmate, but their season could be up. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we have soulmates for different seasons. You get what I'm saying? And this could be someone that God actually wants you to walk away from or leave behind, but the enemy is still trying to play with your heartstrings right now. And they could be bringing this person on your mind or trying to play with some things, but because this ritual was not a success, you're able to actually see clear. Okay, you're going to be able to see clearly what's going on, because this is some enemies that do not want you to get it's something about you getting with your soulmate is going to unlock a lot for you. But that makes sense. Like, even if you're an independent bad bitch, okay, independent queen, whatever you want to call yourself, right, and you're taking care of yourself, handling yourself, imagine when God brings in your soulmate and they're at the same spiritual level as you. Maybe even higher, when they're high vibing and they can match your energy and they're very supportive of your ideas and they got the money and resources to help you to create. You guys can really build an empire. You get what I'm saying? So this is what the enemy is trying to stop and block from you, even if it's good friends, because this may not even be love for everybody. The enemy could be trying to stop you from, getting with your right friends or your right friends finding you. You know what I'm saying? So they could be trying to send old friends back your path to make you think that you got to stay around these old friends because they know that as long as you're around these old friends, there will be a delay. Y'all get what I'm saying here? So as long as you're still pulling on that old love energy, wanting that soulmate, right? God can't bless you with the new one. As long as you're still fellowshipping and dealing with these old friends, God can't bless you with new friends, or God can't give you all your blessings or your divine inheritance because you got the wrong people around you. So the enemy's tactics is to keep you in that energy or keep people in that bad energy around you so that you're suffocated by it, so that there is no room for God to bring in good, clean, new, fresh energy. Okay. And this was their plan. Okay. During this ritual, you were getting too clear about something. Something was closing in, and these people wanted to come in another time to really try something. And I feel like they went bigger and better. Okay, I feel like maybe they have success in the past with other people, or maybe they have success in the past with you, right? Doing this ritual on you, and they felt like it worked in the past, or they got some confirmation about certain things that you was doing or whatever you was going through, and they just felt like it was working, right? So they wanted to do it again because they felt like, you know how you're under a spell, but the illusion is being broken, right? And the mirror you can see the mask is falling off and you can see clearly in the mirror. It's that energy where someone knew that, the mask was falling off and you were able to see clearer. So they trying to go in and do another spell to have you under an illusion, but the illusion is broken. It did not go through. Okay. It did not go through. And I'm also being reminded again about the mouse situation. My last couple of readings about the mouse. Now God is bringing that into my mind. It's like with that mice dying the way that it did when I see the dead mouse. Mind you, when I was telling that message about the mouse and the rat and whatever, right? Mind you, every time that I told y'all I saw a mouse, that's the only time I saw a mouse. And y'all know I'm in Penn Station all the time. I'm in New York City. I'm on the subways all the time. I'm everywhere. For me to not see no rats every day or whenever and only those specific times, that's how you know that God was definitely, it was a story within that. You get what I'm saying? So go watch those. Go just catch up with all of my videos, because every time that I said that I saw a mouse, it was literally that one time that I saw a mouse. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in a station, I saw a mouse again. It's like, no, God was very intentional when he popped a mouse on my tracks, on my path or whatever like that for me to see. It was very intentional. Okay. So this is something that was very intentional. All right. This ritual, this was very thought out. This was planned. This could have had a lot of people involved. Like they could have literally had a lot of people involved. Like say if this is somebody that do rituals, but they do it with a church, right? Because you want a lot of people, right? So say if it's like a group within the church that do these little rituals, right? They light their candle, they go on about their day, and they go down into the church to fellowship with each other. They're singing songs, right? Now the vibration is lifting higher, and they got these candles burning. You get what I'm saying? Or if somebody, because God is so good. God showed me this in my dream. He showed me my mom, y'all, doing black magic in the middle of the church service, and people was around calling Jesus. So this is somebody, they can literally be doing like a little ritual, right? Saying a little prayer upstairs with a couple of people, having some candles lit, and then going downstairs when everybody doing praise and worship, and they just giving that energy, adding more energy because it's more people, right? So they can be lighting candles while upstairs somewhere, and they're downstairs in the congregation area singing praise and worship, building that energy. Or they're doing it when it's a prayer and it's mad people there praying, all of that energy. You get what I'm trying to say here? Or they can literally just be keeping it with a small little coven within the church, and they all praying and singing with that energy. But it's definitely some candles being lit, because God literally showed me this in my dream. And trust me, I know that the enemy ain't showed me that, because he would have never wanted me to see that. Okay, that's part of I got to know how to discern what's coming from God and what's not coming from God, because the enemy would never try to expose himself, especially with the way that he did it. When God showed me that, because now I'm thinking about this, right? When God showed me that and she had the candle burning, y'all, I had walked into the sanctuary. She was sitting down in the sanctuary. I seen some people praying, calling Jesus or whatever. And she's like in a meditation with the candle here. It was almost like a big plate, right? With a candle, maybe a Bible, a couple things on there. And I'm seeing the candle burning, and it's literally damn near about to, like, it's done. The candle is already burnt down. So like I said, this could be somebody, they lighting candles in like another room, and they outside or they downstairs praying with the congregation, or they singing songs together while a candle is burning all the way down to the motherfucking last drop. Because when I approached her, I saw the candle, I saw the fire, and I seen the candle. I'm like, bitch, what you trying to burn down this motherfucker? But that's when I didn't really know what, black magic was, until God literally told me in my dream, black magic, like he revealed this shit to me. Okay. So when I saw the fire, I came up to her, approached her, and I put the fire out. Okay. So that was like one of my dreams where in the middle of the ritual, right, I came in and stopped it. So now with this one was bigger. Okay. They had like a whole church thing going on. Okay. It was a lot of people getting offered up, and they were trying to send people here, but I didn't feel good. It wasn't a good feeling. If God is initiating you somewhere and you're about to get some credits into heaven or something like that, you ain't going to be feeling like you can't walk, but you're going to be running into them heaven gates. Okay. So that's how I knew that wherever I was walking to, God ain't really want me to be there. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was sent there out of my will type shit. Okay. And, but yeah, so the whatever they was trying to do this time, this ritual, this confusion spell that they try to run again, it did not work. It did not work. I feel like everything is so illuminated, bitch. They can't trick you if they wanted to. And the way that mouse was dead, it's like something is ended. Something is dead here. Okay. Something is exposed. It's like, bitch, endings. That's it. Time's up. It's a death. It's a death. It's almost like God is saying it's a death. It's an ending. Like God is like, I don't give a fuck about no spell. I'm not even going to let you get under that. I'm going to protect you from that, because God is just like, it's enough. I feel like you've been a victim of black magic for so many years and you probably didn't even know. Whoever this message is for, because I feel like we kind of one and the same here. And I know that I've been a victim of black magic for years and I didn't even have no idea that motherfuckers is that bored around motherfucking candles and standing in the mirror and speaking on my name and they motherfucking messages and prayers when they could be speaking on their name to lift them up. Instead, they saying bad shit about other people. I don't understand it. I would never understand how people go to somebody else, give them their name and try to hex and do I would never understand it. That's a weak bitch. Okay, because you so busy worried about everybody else. Oh, confirmation. You could be taking that time to pray and, thank you, God. Come on through and asking God for strength and power and courage instead of hating and trying to take it from the next person. Y'all get what I'm saying? So people that even put that much time and energy to bring somebody else down or to confuse somebody or to trap somebody or whatever they be trying to do, that shit, bitch, you're weak as fuck. You're weak as fuck. And this be all behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? People would never tell you that they doing this shit. People would act like they don't even light a motherfucking candle. People would act like they don't know what black magic is, white magic, witchcraft, especially people in these churches. My church never brought none of this up to me. So imagine me learning about it now. Of course, it was crazy and I had to unlearn a lot of shit. A lot. Because they really act like they act like they don't know nothing about it. But they be the main ones knowing everything and everything about it. Okay? Don't be fooled out here in these streets. I'm telling you, don't be fooled. Bitch, your auntie probably a witch. You just don't know it. You better hope that she a white witch and not a black evil one. Okay? But anywho, yeah, because usually black witches don't give a shit about nothing but other people. They be too much in other people's business. A white witch is too busy healing herself, trying to heal everybody else, doing readings to heal people and their problems and heal their sicknesses and stuff like that, to be trying to put death or curses on anybody else. Okay, it is a difference. Learn the difference. Okay, we got good and bad. Trust me, we got good witches, we got bad witches. Pick it. Pick your poison. Make sure you following the right people. Your auntie or your mama might be a witch. Which one is it? If they black witches, bitch, I hope you the white one. I hope you're the generational curse breaker. I hope you're the different one. You know what I'm saying? But, so yeah, something didn't work. They plan to not work. If anything, it backfires so much to the point where I feel like more shit than they even expected will be exposed. Like if they were trying to do this confusion spell on you because they were trying to hide something from coming out or being exposed or some truth to being revealed, I feel like God is like, yeah, just because y'all keep doing this shit, now I'm gonna throw some extra in there. I'm gonna throw some extra in there. It's like God is like, now we're gonna expose the whole goddamn thing. Now we're just gonna pull the whole wig back. Okay, we're gonna pull the whole toupee. Is that what it's called? Toupee back, bitch. We pulling it back because y'all been doing too much for years, and this needs to be exposed. This needs to be revealed. Okay, so be prepared. You may be getting some news coming in from all different sources, all different ways. Okay, you may start hearing some things about some people, about some family members. All right, because just because you may be getting blessed, that don't mean everybody is. Okay, read the room, baby. There's a side of us that's getting blessed and there's a side of us that's in distress. Okay, read the room, honey. Read the room. All right, I love you all and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.